Right, we're in a little restaurant here right across the street from the river, which is back there. Nice little restaurant. Got all the traditional Khmer things hanging up on the wall, which is always nice. Then a little serving area over there where they make all the food. And of course you always have the condiments. And of course I always have my coffee. Come on guys, 75 cents for a big cup like that, that's a good deal. We got an assortment of vegetables. Second one, I got some frohawk and rice. Got some water. And have a new friend. A very disoriented cat. He seems to like rubbing up against the chair and my legs. They go wandering out. Alright. There we go, and I'm going to eat. What's up, guys? Alright, after sharing my meal, I ate most of it, but I had to share it with my feline new friend at the restaurant there, who wouldn't get off my lap. Kept looking at me with those sad big eyes, and I couldn't resist. Plus, I didn't want it jumping up in my lap because I'm allergic to cat hair, and that would have made the meal much less enjoyable. That was a pretty good meal, though, for $1 each. More rice than meat, but that's alright. Anyway, before I get into today's topic, I want to say, as always, thank you to all my awesome supporters. Our goal this month is $350, and we're going to need about 200 of that in the next week or so. Well, actually about 5 days now. That'll help us get rid of all the basic stuff and leave us the other 150 throughout the rest of the month to do what we normally do there. We can finally go back out again to the village. That's all open and ready, following the proper safety procedures. So that's really good. I'm sure they're going to be, well, at least I hope they'll be really happy that we can come back out and do more cookouts, and instead of just having a tuk-tuk drop off, 5 kilo bags of rice at a time. That's about all we were able to do for the last couple months. But anyway, if you want to be part of that and donate and help support the channel, there are links down below to my PayPal, buymeacoffee.com/DDC, or you can join my Patreon. And when you do any of those things, you become a part of the family. That means you get put on a mailing list, an email list, and you'll receive all my exclusive videos and other content each and every week. And you'll get first look videos, exclusive videos, things I won't put on my public channel here, and also all the new information coming out as far as tourism, being able to come back here for business reasons, either retire or teach, something like that. As soon as I find out anything, you will be the first to know if you're on that list. So check out those links. And as always, I really appreciate all my supporters. I love you guys. Now, as you know, tourism is set to reopen again in a very big way at the end of this month. They have the sandbox scheme. Now, I know in the West, when we say something's a scheme, it usually means a scam. It's usually a negative. But over here and elsewhere, I'm sure, it's just how they describe an initiative, a program. They call it a scheme. So it's not necessarily, over here that doesn't mean something illegal or immoral. It just means, hey, this is a program we're starting. So the tourism sandbox scheme involves people going to certain areas. They have to stay there for 5 days, be tested upon arrival, must be fully vaccinated. But now the information is, after that 5 days, they are free to go anywhere in the country for the remainder of their tourist visa. For those that don't know, a tourist visa you can get an electronic visa online. There's a link down below if you want to check that out, where you can do that. Well, you can your tourist visa is good for 30 days, and you can extend it one time for an additional 30 days. So you can get 60 days out of it. And like I said, the first 5 days you'll have to spend in a certain area, but it's not like a hotel quarantine. You'll still be allowed to go outside and eat in that area and do things in that area and check out different tourist things in that area. Siem Reap will be added to that list in January. And I guess it's a good thing for people. Maybe, I know most of my subscribers, I would think, want to come back here for long term. They want to teach English, or they want to retire. And I'm all for that. However, I think this was good for some people who may just be wondering, what is all the fuss about Cambodia? Maybe they're not sure if they want to live here. They want to try it out. This would be a pretty good way for them to do it, I think. They can come here on a 30-day visa, spend a week or spend 5 days checking out different sites in a particular area of Cambodia, and then be free for the next 3 weeks to go elsewhere. Maybe to the destination city they're thinking of moving to. And they can check it out for 3 weeks and get to know the area, observe things, go out, meet the people, and make a determination on whether they want to live here long term or not. So I think it's good in that regard. However, there's still no word yet on when they're going to allow people who want to teach or retire and have a business visa, when that is going to take effect. But here's my case for why it should be sooner rather than later. Obviously, if you're going to stay here long term, I do think, first of all, that you should be fully vaccinated. Because if you haven't been aware for the last couple of years, all of these rules, restrictions, and all that kind of thing, as a result of the pandemic. And so allowing non-vaccinated people in willy-nilly, as my mom used to say, just to live here long term, is probably not the best idea. And again, this is my opinion. This is not coming from any government agency or anything else. So I think people coming here long term should be fully vaccinated. I don't think, if that's the case, there should be any kind of quarantine. I think you should take an antigen test upon arrival, and if that's negative, you come on in. All right? And here's why I think that's important. Because tourism is important, obviously, to Southeast Asia in general, because it brings in lots of dollars. And these are, sort of continuous dollars. People, they might come here just for 4 or 5 days, but in that 4 or 5 days, they're spending money. And they tend to spend more, on average, on a daily basis than expats and immigrants and long-term people who stay here. Because they're on vacation. It's a holiday, it's fun. They save money for that. They can afford to spend more money. But eventually they have to leave. And for every person that leaves, they need another one coming in to keep that flow going. So in that regard, it's good, because it's a continuous flow of money. However, my argument is simply that for increased sustainability of the economy, to help stabilize it, they need to get long-term people, long-term stayers here sooner rather than later, because we might not spend as much per day or per week as like a tourist, but all the money we get goes right back into the economy here. So over time, we are actually spending more and putting more back into the Cambodian economy than just somebody who comes here for a week or 2 weeks on a vacation. So while the idea that a lot of people have is good to throw money at a problem and think that problem is going to go away, that's not usually how it works. This is in the long term, to sustain the economy, They want those retirees back in. They want those teachers coming back in. Hello. Teachers make, $600, $1,000 a month, or whatever it's going to be after they start hiring again. Then you're going to spend it on rent. You're going to spend it on food. You're going to spend it on clothes. You're going to spend it on entertainment, all right here in Cambodia. And you're going to be doing that for a period of a year, 2 years, or if you're like me, the rest of your life. So I think it's very, very important to find a way as quickly as possible to get business visas back on board and reinstate visas on arrival to make it easier for people. If you're fully vaccinated, you can come here just like before, and that will be the only extra step. And again, this is my opinion. This is what I think. You're fully vaccinated, you show up, you get an antigen test. When that's negative, you go up, you request your business visa, they stamp it, you come into the country, you're good to go. That's my idea. And I think I'm not the only one. I am certainly no expert in economics at all. I don't claim to be. But I think this makes sense in a very logical way, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that. And for all I know right now, there could be talks within the government that I'm not privy to that are trying to come up with a plan, something just like that, or perhaps similar. And I would be very glad if they did that sooner rather than later. Because even with the tourist programs that are starting at the end of this month, as I said, it's very limited. You're going to come in for 5 days. Some people might leave after that 5 days. Other people might travel to other places, but eventually they're going to have to leave because tourist visas can only be extended once, and they cannot be changed in country to any other kind of visa. So if you're going to bring them in, let them stick around for a couple of weeks and then have them go out, you're going to need a continuous influx of people willing to pay that price, pre-booking and pre-paying for a kind of a resort hotel in these areas. Only certain ones. So you won't have a choice in how much you spend on the hotel room. If people are going to pay that price, that's fine. But they're going to leave, and we need more people to come in and to stay here long term and do their thing. Anyway, that's the way I feel about it. Tell me if you agree or disagree in the comments. It's a nice day today. Overcast. We're down here by the river. As I showed you in that first clip, we just stopped and had something to eat. And by the way, somebody was asking, and there you go. I wanted to show you this. There is St. John's Catholic Church, right there. This is where it's located. Somebody was asking me about different types of religions here. Yes, it's 95% Buddhist, but I've seen Seventh-day Adventist churches in some provinces. I know there's Mormon churches here. There are Pentecostal churches here. We would consider the Holy Rollers. There's the good old traditional Catholic churches here. So yeah, you can find any number of religious ideologies nestled throughout Cambodia, even though the majority of it is, of course, Buddhism. But I never considered Buddhism a religion, so I don't really count that. But I wanted to show you that. Alright, be sure to check out all my links down below. Remember, if you want to and you can, donate through my PayPal, buymeacoffee.com/GDC, or join my Patreon to get put on that list and get all the information and news and just plain old fun stuff sometimes delivered right to your inbox every single week. Sometimes more than once a week. You never know. Also, be sure to check out other channels vlogging from Cambodia. I have a whole list of them down below that you should check out. All my social media is down below. Shoot me a message over there on the old Facebook, or should I say Meta. They changed their name, don't you know? The name of the app is going to stay the same. It'll still be Facebook, but I'm going to start calling it Meta just because I'm going to be that guy. So contact me, a Meta Messenger, because that just sounds like a cool name for a messenger service. And let me know what's up. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you have not, and share if you're so inclined. And I'll talk to you in the next one.